Hello friends, I am Ankit and welcome to my channel. I am here with my global markets and commodities forecast. Yesterday, those who had watched this analysis definitely would have profited. We were again spot on. All the markets have achieved the targets, whether in the upside or on the downside, specifically for gold, silver, Nifty. Nifty has achieved 17,800, that was the target, and US 30, US 100, we were expecting a break on US 100. That is what has happened. US 30 though appeared to be bullish and achieved a high. Now, what is going to happen today? We are going to look with the help of candlestick charts and indicators. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment friends. And this analysis is valid till I come up with my next analysis specifically for US 30 and US 100 just before the US cash session opens. So do watch that analysis too. Let's start the day with Nifty 50 first. Nifty 50 has achieved 17,800. If you recall yesterday's analysis, that was the target. And now look at this on the charts. On the daily charts, you can find that there is a support available at around 17,700 levels, and probably it might try to form a pole and flag pattern where we can expect it to give lower highs and give lower lows. Probably it can expect we can expect it to drop till towards 17,600. So large trading zone between 17,600 to 800 is something we can expect, and below 17,600 it is going to drop sharply towards 17,500 levels. So a drop is probable, a drop is certain, but a high of 17,800 can be seen. Do remember this. So a large trading zone is what it appears that we might see on Nifty 50 today. Look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, this is the resistance zone at 17,800. That is what we had said yesterday, that 17,800 is going to be an important resistance zone. Now it is you can see these four candles consistently it tried to break and failed to do so, also give lower lows. Now the low is at around 17,700. Once it breaks 17,700, we are going to see a good break. See now the next resistance zone at 17,600 directly, so probably we might be looking forward to 17,600 and below levels. So once also remember, see this liquidity gap or large bullish candle, and the next support will come on into picture at around 17,480. So if it breaks 17,600, then we can expect it to head it towards 17,500 or 17,480 levels. So if it breaks 17,600, we are going to look at those levels. But let's have a look at the different time frame charts. If it on 3-hour charts, similar formation, you can see this is the high it is seen, and now probably 17,800 is something we'll be looking forward to. Below 17,800 and 600 zone, 17,800 and 17,700 zone, we will not trade. Any short is recommended. Once it drops below 17,700, you can take a short entry for 17,600 and 17,480 level. Remember, it can break sharply, it can drop sharply, and I am expecting it to drop. A high at around 17,800 can be expected. Below that, it will definitely drop below 17,700 levels for sure. So let's have a look at the indicators also. Now look at the indicator. This is a 20 period moving average, which is trying to give it a support at around 17,600. So once it breaks this zone at 17,700, definitely it is going to hit directly towards 17,610, and below that, once it breaks 17,610, look at the 100 period moving average, may provide a support at around 17,480 to 500 zone. So a probable break can be expected. There is a resistance available at around 17,810, 820 levels. Once it breaks 17,820, it can fly higher. Remember, we have to take both the options in. We have to consider both the options, both the cases, whether it is bull case or bear case. So once it breaks 17,810, it can definitely fly higher towards 17,900. I don't expect that to happen. I will expect it to break today. Probably we might be looking at 17,600 at least. If not 17,600, then 17,800 to 17,600 definitely can be expected. Once it breaks 17,600, can be 17,500 can also be expected. Now look at the directional movement is bullish, and look at the stochastic, which was on the 3-hour chart extremely bullish. Now it is broke and it is trading with a downward move. There is a crossover on the 3-hour chart. RSI is comfortable. Now let's have a look at the daily charts also. On the daily charts, you will find that there is a support coming into picture at around 17,600, or rather I will say 17,650 levels. Now this is 100 period moving average and the 20 period moving average also coming together. Probably there might be a crossover which can happen. This zone is important for it to break. Once it breaks this zone, definitely it will land towards 17,500 and below levels. Also on the upside, there is a resistance at 17,810. Probably once it breaks 17,810, we will be looking forward to 17,900 and plus levels also. So remember, now 17,700 is important, and a large trading zone between 17,810 to 17,600 can be expected today. So trade accordingly, take your positions accordingly. Similarly, on the 4-hour charts, also the 20 period moving 100 period moving average trying to give it a support here at around 17,650 zones. So that is why I say once again, probably we might see a good drop, but let's see whether it happens or not. Also, let's have a look, one more look at the daily stochastic and indicators. You can see there is a crossover on the bull side can happen on directional movement, but yes, there is a crossover here on a stochastic can be seen. The red line is trying to cross the break line. Probably it can probably drop today. That is what is my expectation on the daily charts. It is extremely overbought, and the worry point here on the daily charts is the crossover between the MACD lines which has just happened. So it has to give an extreme red candle for it to reverse this crossover and enter into sell zone again. Now RSI is comfortable on the daily charts. On the 4-hour charts, it is overbought and trying to drop. That is what we can see. There is a, it is bullish on MACD, and RSI is comfortable. There is a, on the directional movement also, it is positive momentum, continuing with the positive momentum. But I'll expect once it breaks 17,700, I will expect 17,600, and a zone between 17,600 to 810 and 17,500 can also be seen. So this is all for Nifty 50. Let's look at gold and silver today. Now gold trading at 1809 levels. You can see this 4-hour chart here. It is trying to take lower highs is formed, and it is trying to take a support at 1808 now. And with this support, probably once it breaks this zone at 1811, we can see a good rise till 1815 and 1820 levels. So this is the target probably we might see, and till the time once it breaks 1805, you can also expect it to drop. It is overbought on 4-hour chart, and rest of the indicators are at comfortable levels, comfortable zones. On a daily chart, you can see it is trying to enter into a overbought position. On the stochastic, the RSI is comfortable. It is on sell side in MACD, and you can see on the daily charts here that there is a support which should come into picture at around 1805 levels from the 100 period moving average. Exponential and simple both are lying parallel at the same point, and this should provide a good support for the day at around 1805. And on the upside, we can expect it to rise till towards at least 1813 levels, and once 1813 is taken, it will directly lend towards 1818, 1820 levels. So these levels are important. 1820 can be seen. Also once it breaks 1805, you can expect it to drop. How far it could go drop? See, the previous candle was lower lows, and hence a lower low can be expected at around 1795 1794 zone. So a wide trading zone can be expected. You can take a short entry at around 1803 levels, where you can again expect it to drop till towards 1795 levels. And on the upside, you can take a long entry at around 1811, where you can expect a minor rise till towards 1815, and 1820 levels can be expected. So take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at this. Stochastic is comfortable here, and trying to enter into an overbought position. There is a crossover probably can happen on the daily MACD. Now let's have a look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, you'll find that it is trying to enter into an overbought position, and looking at the 4-hour charts here, the next resistance zone at 1815 is important. Probably it might try to hit 1815, and beyond that we will look how it fares till 1820 can be seen. And on the downside, once 1803 is taken, you can take a short entry for 1800, which is going to give it a very good support. Below that, it will break towards 1793 and 1788 levels. So take your positions accordingly. Now let's move towards silver. Now this is silver. On the daily charts, you can see lower highs and higher lows trying to provide a narrowing zone. Any breakdown below 2250 is a good level to go short at for next support at around 2240, and below that it will again break heavily towards 2220 and 2200 levels. So yes, you can take a short entry below 2250, and the nearest support will come into picture at 2240. Till the time it remains above 2240, you can again expect it to rise till towards 2380 levels. This is going to be a critical resistance zone. As I have always said, 2280 is a very critical resistance zone. Beyond that, it will again rise towards 2312 levels. So between 2250 and 2280, we have to be very cautious. In between these 30 points, beyond 2280, to we can expect it to rise further towards 2300 plus levels. Also, let's have a look at the directional movement is negative and the stochastic is at bottom, so probably we may see a little rise on silver. It is on sell side in MACD, but a trading zone between 20, no trading zone in between 2250 to 2280 today. In between these 30 points we can see it swinging, and beyond that it can rise strongly towards 2300 10 2320 and beyond levels. Also look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts we have seen three green candles. There is a support coming into picture at 2250, around 2250 zone, and with this support it is trying to break this. So once in fact once it breaks 22 70 levels, you can take a long entry for 2280, and once 2280 is taken, it is definitely once 2280 283 is taken, it will definitely fly till towards 2310 zone, which is going to be strong resistance. Now below on the downside, once it breaks 2250 2240 zone, definitely it will try to hit this zone at, so this is the 2240. Once 2240 is taken, definitely it will break towards 2200 levels. So take your positions accordingly. So this is all about silver. Let's move towards US 30 and US 100. Look at the US 30 chart. On US 30 you can expect that now if it breaks this zone at 35 500, definitely we might see a good drop. See, the wick is already formed, lower highs is already formed, and probably it is trying to again strike back towards 35 400 zone. So till here we can expect that it might strike 35 400 today, and below 35 400 we can expect it to drop heavily towards 35 200 and 35 to 100 and below levels also. But let's also have a look at different time frame charts also. See, this is the reversal probably can be expected, but once it rises beyond 35 650 700, you can take a long entry at 35 700. Probably it can rise further and higher towards 35 900 and plus levels also. So yes, but better be cautious here. Better be cautious because now it has seen a good rising level. So we have to be cautious here. I am expecting it to drop today. I am expecting it till the time it remains below beyond 35 500. You can still be very cautious, but once it breaks 35 500 zone, here it can definitely try to break till towards 35 400 zone, and once 35 400 is taken, it may definitely break further towards below levels. On the upside, once it breaks this zone at 35 6 700 650 zone, probably it can head higher towards 35 800, rather I will say 35 780. So 35 780 is the ultimate resistance for the day, and on the downside we can expect it to break below 35 500, where we can expect 35 400 levels. So a probable trading zone is what I can foresee is 35 780 to 35 400, but this zone can be seen, and below 35 400 it can break extremely. It Remember, it is overbought. I had told several times it is overbought on daily charts. You can see here it is overbought here, and it has to break. How far this could break, we have to look forward to. MACD lines are converging. RSI is comfortable but close to overbought levels. Now this is on the 4-hour charts. Let's have a look at the daily charts. On the daily chart, there is a resistance available here at 35 500 zone, and probably once it breaks this 35 500, you can expect it to drop till towards 34 400 35 400, which is again going to provide a support. Below this it is going to break towards 35 200 zone. A probable trading zone is what we can see. The highs for the day is already seen, I think, and we may see a pole and flag pattern also here. We can expect it to drop till towards 35,400 and 35,700 can be also seen. So this is what we can expect from US 30 today. A probable trading zone is 35,400 to 35,780. I will not expect 35,780, rather I will say 35,700, but once it breaks 35,400 we can also expect it to drop considerably on the downside towards 35,200 levels and below levels. Extremely overbought on the daily charts, and there is a crossover which is happening. Probably we may see a red day today, that is what we can expect. And but on the MACD lines it has just crossover, so the trend is still bullish unless it falls back into the red zone. And hence you can take your position, you can take a short below 35,500 for 35,400 level, and 35,400 should provide a good resistance. Once it breaks 35,400, you can expect it to drop till towards 35,200. On the upside, till 35,700 we can again expect it to drop. So a high range, the top side is limited around 35,700 or at max at around 35,780. I don't expect it to rise beyond those levels, but these are markets, anything is possible. We have to be very cautious. And from 35,700 you can enter a long for 35,780, but still there will be a resistance at 35,780. You can try to enter a short there. So this is for US 30. Let's move towards US 100. See, this is what yesterday I told about US 100 also, that US 100 may break. It is extremely overbought. It has to break. It has to break. That is what I have repeated thrice, and it did broke today. Now the resistance lying at around 14,800, 900 zone. Now this 14,900 is from 20 period moving average, and once it breaks this zone at 14,900, 950, probably it may break on the upside and it can achieve higher highs again, probably towards 15,000 plus levels. On the downside it is going to get a support at around 14,500. This zone at 14,500 now has become a strong support zone. And probably this is on the daily charts. Let's have a look at the minor time frame charts also. Let's, before we go to the 4-hour chart, GPO is negative, directional movement is negative. It was overbought here on the stochastic, and that is what I had said, that it is overbought. It has to break. Now it is trading with a bearish momentum, and probably we may see a break again today. Also the MACD lines are running parallel. The crossover has just happened, so it has to crossover again for entering into bearish territory. However, right now it is still bullish, and a minor drop or a couple of drops will not take it towards a bear zone. Now let's have a look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts we can see here, on the 4-hour charts the highs are limited at around 15,100, or rather I will say 15,200. So once it breaks only 15,200, I will consider this as bullish. Also you can see the 100 period moving average trying to provide a resistance at around 14,970. This is going to be strong resistance, and at 14,900 from the 20 period moving average. So this zone at 14,800 to 14,950 is going to be important. Probably it can try to cross this zone, but yes, 14,800 is a very strong resistance for now for US 100 to move on the upside. Also on the downside there is a support coming here at around 14,750. Once it breaks 14,750 we can expect it to lend towards 14,600, and below levels can also be seen towards 14,500. So this zone at 14 right now I think it should take another drop today. Probably we might see a red candle. That is what is the expectation, and we can expect 14,500 zone to provide a support for it for any further drop. Also look at the directional movement is negative, and see one negative red candle, one sharp red candle, and again all the indicators have come back to the lower levels. So yes, it is enter into an oversold position, maybe one red candle, and then it will might try to bounce back again a little, or maybe couple of greener candles which may bring it towards comfortable levels towards 14,970, 15,100, and can drop again. On the upside, yes, you can expect further movement towards 14,970, which can be expected, but maybe with the cash session only. Now look at the 4-hour MACD has just crossed over, and RSI is comfortable on the 4-hour charts. Also let's have a look at the minor time frame, because this is also going to be important. So yes, 14970 going to be a strong resistance, 15,000 and then 15,200. So any breakout beyond these levels definitely will again bring it back to the bullish territory. Right now it is trade with the bearish momentum. The next support will come into picture at 14,700, and below that it will head towards 14,620, and 14,500 can also be seen. Also, the directional movement is negative, and it is oversold on the 3-hour charts as well. So see, one red candle, and it is now again, I have told you in yesterday's analysis with the cash session that it is overbought trading with an overbought trade zone, and one red candle will appear which will bring everything towards the sell zone, and now it is oversold. So probably a rise can be expected. Once it rises beyond 14,840, you can again take a long entry for 14,950, 970 levels. This is going to be strong resistance for the day, and once 14,970, 15,000 is taken, it will definitely fly towards 15,100. 15,200 can also be seen once again on US 100 today. On the downside, there is support coming into picture at 14,700. Below that it will break towards 14,620, and below levels towards 14,500. So take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at US 30. US 30 on the 4-hour charts. You can see here on the 4-hour charts it is seen a high. It is trying to drop, and probably once it breaks this zone we might see it continuing with the drop towards 35,400 levels. You can see higher highs is been formed, and once I will recommend a long only beyond these levels. So US 30s anyways analysis has been done. So let's move towards FTSE 100, FTSE 100 and Germany 40. Look at the FTSE 100 chart, 6. You can see in my weekly analysis, as I told, 7650 levels. So provided a resistance, it is what it is happening. 7650, 7620 levels has provided a resistance. Now this zone is again become a crucial resistance for the day, and I'll expect it to be act bullish once it breaks this zone at 7600. So till the time it remains below 7600, also you can see on the 3-hour chart there is a resistance available at 7550. So you can take a short entry at 7550 levels. So this is on the 3-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, you will find that similar formation. There is a resistance at 7620. Only long entry beyond 7600 can be expected. Till the time it remains below 7600, you can expect it to drop. The next support at 7540, and then 7520 levels should be in place. Below that it will break towards 7500 and 7480 levels. And let's have a look at the daily charts. The indicators on the 4-hour charts are also at comfortable levels. Look at the daily charts. Now on the daily charts, if it breaks 7550, then only I'll recommend a short. Here you can see that the first red candle is formed. Now also you must see lower highs are well connected, and from 7550 or 7560 level you can take a short entry here at 7550 or 60 levels, and you can expect it to drop till towards 7540, and then 7520 is definitely going to provide a support. So yes, a probable trading target for the day is at around 7520. Below that, any drop below that is definitely will be a plus, but yes, I am bearish for the day. I'll expect it to drop till the time it trades. Yes, don't take a position between 7550 and 7620, or rather 7600. Beyond 7600, definitely it will rise. Almost overbought on the stochastic, and the MACD lines on the daily charts have just crossed over, but yes, they can cross over again on the sell side. Still, I will expect it to drop only once it is below 7550. I'll expect it to rise once it's beyond 7600. In between these 50 points, we have to be little cautious for FTSE 100. Now let's move towards Germany 40. Germany 40 is trading at 15,550 levels. It has seen a good high yesterday, and after this it has dropped considerably with the US session, and you can see here now again this zone at 15,600 is definitely a good resistance, then 15,650 and 15,700. Now till 15,700, 740 it is going to get a stronger resistance Again today itself, once it breaks 15740, definitely we may see a good rise. However, how far this could go, it can again go till towards 15780, not beyond that. Also on the downside, once it breaks 15500, you can expect it to drop. See, right now these three candles are running parallel. Probably once it breaks 15500, you can expect it to drop. Till the time it is above 15500, you can remain bullish. You can expect it to rise again towards 15700, 15740 levels. On the downside, once 15400 is taken, it will definitely drop towards 15400. And on the downside, once 15400 is taken, you can again expect it to head till towards 15250, which is going to be a strong support level for Germany 40. So yes, it is overbought on the daily charts, and the MACD has just crossed over, and hence indicating a probable bullishness. And only bearish signal is below 15500. Till the time it remains above 15500, you can again expect it to rise till towards 15700 levels. So this zone between 15500 and 700 750 has become critical, and may try to trade sideways in between these levels. Any breakout beyond 15750 is a good level to go long. Take your positions accordingly. In between 15500 to 750, we have to be little cautious here. Now on the 4-hour chart, similar formation you can see here. See, it is trying to form a fall pattern here, and it only break out beyond that is why I say only break out beyond 15700. Rather, this time it is 15660. Once it is beyond 15660, you can take a long entry. You can expect it to rise, and it will give a greener candle, for a sharper greener candle from here. On the downside, this zone is 15500 is must to break. Once 15500 is taken, you can take a short entry. We might see, or we will see 15400 on the charts today itself. However, 4-hour charts are oversold now on the stochastic, so probable rise can be expected. Minor candles taking it towards 15700 can be expected. So this is all in sum for global markets and commodities. And join my Telegram channel. Reach out to me via Telegram or email for any of your trading or trading related queries. The next batch for mentorship batch is starting on 15th of February. Definitely it will give you the insights. First invest in your learning, and then only try to trade. So trade accordingly. Reach out to me for any queries. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Thank you.